Hi, welcome to the Harmony Garden. So I wanted to show you this. Behind me, this plant here is Phytolacca americana or pokeweed. As you can see, it's much taller than I am. I'm just going to try and switch the phone around so you can see, hopefully. Yeah, pretty massive, isn't it? So this has got quite big compared to last year, which was the first year of growing it. And it has these little, I'm just going to show you these little, let's see if this is going to work. Can you see that? Hopefully these little flowers here, hopefully that's working. Hopefully you get to see the flowers. So and they come out beautiful pink and green, then pink flowers, and then the berries sort of turn green and then go black, and you can use that for ink, and that's poisonous. But if you know how to manage certain plants, then it can be incorporated as part of a food forest system, which it is here at the Harmony Garden. Now we've got it in the garden because we're using it as a demonstration of other plants that you can grow that are similar to asparagus. So we're looking at redundancy in our system, we're looking at diversity in our system, and that is what you get. You use diversity, then you get that redundancy. Now I'm not saying we're going to grow absolutely loads of this stuff to get loads and loads of shoots of asparagus type harvest, but we are a demonstration project, so the idea is to demonstrate growing different varieties or different species of plants. And what you would do is when it gets to about a couple of inches tall, you would harvest the shoots. A couple of inches tall from the ground, you harvest the shoots and you cook them a couple of times, and then they're generally safe to eat. Now, the cooking is a really crucial, important part of it. Now, we've done this, we've eaten this plant, so we know what we're doing. So no disclaimer if you don't do it properly and you get ill, okay? So I can't say it's poisonous, and generally touching the leaves, etc., is meant to be poisonous too. But I've been doing this for quite a long time. I'm still here, but like I say, if you're going to grow this plant, thoroughly recommend you take precautions with it. So we are in a community garden, so we have to be careful of children, etc. Again, it's monitored like anything else. Like foxgloves are poisonous, and they grow everywhere. You wouldn't eat foxgloves, I have to say, so don't eat foxgloves. But I just wanted to show you how things in this garden, the leaf aspect of everything, so the leafage, whatever you want to call it, the foliage of everything, seems to be especially abundant this year. Now, could be a lack of minerals or different things in the soil. Maybe it's just that this is a good year for leaf, which is great if you're growing things like this, which is Australian tree cabbage. That's a perennial tree cabbage. Lasts on average about 3 to 5 years, maybe longer. It can get quite tall. Love this plant here because it's quite resilient. We grew this when we had our off-grid project in Devon. So it's my favourite go-to perennial vegetable. So what else can I show you today? So the foxes have been doing their bit. So what's behind me here? So we have a plum tree just here as part of our food forest system, and the understory to that, we've got a blueberry in the ground. Now this was in ericaceous compost, but we've taken it out because it produces fruit, and then it seems to lose that fruit. So there's something really going on in the garden. Again, it's about research. We're doing that research to find out what's going on. So that's actually gone in the ground. But also next to us here is, this is Elaeagnus umbellata, or autumn olive is another name. And no, it doesn't grow olives, I have to say. It's just it's got olive-like leaves. That can get up to about 5 meters wide and tall. So this probably isn't a good place. So if we're looking at designing, if we're looking at when we're designing permaculture spaces, gardens, we're looking at the intrinsic characteristics of a particular species or variety, and this may actually just be too big here. But also it's nitrogen fixing, so that means it pulls nitrogen down from the air, and we can feed the soil and we can feed the plants with it. So it's quite an important plant to have in our system. And also the berries make the most fantastic jam. Can't stress that enough. The jam is really important. It's good for bees and hoverflies and all that kind of thing. So it's absolutely a perfect accompaniment to this garden, but we just have to watch for the size, and we're going to see how that goes. So using observation, we'll see whether that's something that we can actually keep in the garden or not. So the raspberries here have just got a little bit out of hand. We've not had much fruit on them. Again, everything seems to be growing quite tall, or just spreading, tall or spreading with the leaves. So yeah, again, not quite sure what's going on, but continued observation will hopefully help us find that out. So over here, got a volunteer teasel, and left that in the ground because it's really good for wildlife. It looks really pretty, and I just wanted to, because I really like it. But I don't know if I'll be able to show you this, but it has these little, the way the leaves sit on a teasel, it pulls water, so it creates these little kind of ecosystems that I'm going to try and show you. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. So it's like a paddling pool for insects. So it will hold water, and then bees, flies or whatever will go in there and have a drink. Now, in relation to how again we're designing this garden, so teasel isn't something that we didn't choose to actually add it to the garden. It's a volunteer. I think I already said that. So it's self-seeded from somewhere, I don't know where. Again, what we're doing is, with anything like this, because this is quite a young ecosystem, so we are letting things grow. If they don't get too out of hand, we're actually letting things grow and evolve, and seeing how the ecosystem balances itself out. So we learned a lot. It's only really been a couple of years that we've really got going with this. So anyway, that's just some things I wanted to actually show you from the Harmony Garden. One last thing, actually, this is amazing. This is beautiful. Don't know if you can see this. Stand over here. Beautiful evening primrose. Again, not sure if it's some seed that we sprinkled at some stage, at some time, and then the seed is taken, but it's growing around everywhere. But again, it looks beautiful. Now, we're just really discovering about this plant. Now, so far the research that I've done suggests you can eat the leaves. More into the second year. It's a biannual, so you get leaves in the first year and the flowers in the second year. We're just trying it out. I've been eating the leaves. I'm still here. Again, don't know enough about it yet, so I would stress, if you're going to try these things out, please do it with the guide of somebody who knows what they're actually doing. So somebody who has a lot of experience in this, a forager, herbalist, whichever. So I can't stress enough that you really you can't just go out and do stuff without actually having that skill and having that knowledge. It's really, really important. But the seeds, as far as I'm aware, the seeds are used for, you can use the seeds, like sprinkle them on cereal, make oil from them. It's not something we're going to do here. I'm not sure how much seeds really, we can really absorb seeds, because they're so fine and they can just go through our gut quite quickly without actually being able to process any of those wonderful nutrients that we get from plants. So that's just a little taster of what's happening at the Harmony Garden here in our food forest system. Hopefully that worked. One last thing. Now, can you see this behind me? This is our sunflower, self-seeded from last year, from last year's massive sunflower, which we will be doing a guess the height at our open day on August 17th. So if you want to find out the height of this sunflower, do come along to our open day, and we look forward to seeing you there. But for now, I'm going to check out and hope to speak to you soon. If you want to come and see what we're doing at Harmony Garden, please just come and have a look. You can sign up, become a Harmony Gardener, get lots of benefits from being part of the community here, not just mental health support, but lots of connection and events and things that we do. We're open 10 till 2 on a Wednesday and Saturday, so do come along and find out what we're about here, but also learn about the food forest system, and we can tell you more about that another time, another video, but also just come and find out. Don't wait till I do one of these again. So take care of yourself, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.